Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where today I have a Stridsfordon 904056 replay for you. That's quite a mouthful. This vehicle is also known as the CV90, so I think I'll just call it the CV90 from now on. But from a timeline point of view, I'm recording this immediately after the Desert Warrior video. So you guys saw that video a little earlier this week, but for me I'm recording this immediately after watching that game. And I know, because it's fresh in my mind, that I mentioned that the CV90 was my favourite light tank. And here we go. We're on another perfect map for light tanks. Previous was Desert Warrior, Main. Here, Westfield. This is a great map for light tanks. And starting straight away, we get a couple of spots. We get some spotting assists, which is really what you want. I kind of spot aggressively at the start of these Westfield games playing this area, because really what I want to do is I want to spot the enemy team going across the K line, but it doesn't look like anyone's there. They are, however, pushing up the 1-2 line, and I do not know how I bounced that shot. I can only assume that that shot may have hit a non-hitbox part of the tank, the ATGM launcher, or the I assume that's some sort of vision device on top of the turret, the little mushroom thing. I can only assume that's what it is. If I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments. But yes, their entire team has gone up the 1-2 line, which is unusual. Normally teams don't play... Well, I say that. I was about to say, oh, teams don't normally all play down one line. Yes, of course they do. What am I on about? This is Era 3. Of course teams play the same line and just rush the same area altogether, because, you know, why not? Why play sensibly? Why use our brains when we can just switch them off and just wolf pack and behave like sheep? Right, anyway, I won't go on that rant. So the CV90, this is a very unique vehicle in that this is the only, at the moment, as of this recording, this is the only independent tech tree premium light in Era 3. If you want premium light independent in Era 3, this is all you've got. And that was a nice shot on the Marder. That was I don't know how far that was a long way, but that was a good shot. I'll pat myself on the back for that one. But anyway, the Stridsfordon is not bad at all. And there's a second shot on the Marder. Man, he's not having a good day. There's the wonkiness of the gun. Already done a video on that. Maybe, you know, Wargaming might fix that in, I don't know, probably get to it in 2027 or something. And, yeah, anyway. It's the CV90. This is not a cheap vehicle, 17,000 gold when it goes back on sale. But it is a very good vehicle. I would only get this thing if it's on discount. I doubt they'll retail it for 17,000, but I would hope that this thing does come back on sale, because it is very good. It's got a 60% silver boost, so it's a silver earner, sorry, which is very, very nice. And it's got this beautiful, absolutely beautiful 40mm Bofors. I love that gun. I don't love the fact that, you know, I've covered it already. The game has issues with the accuracy. I'm not going to talk about it again. It does have that problem. Well, the tank doesn't have that problem. The game has that problem. But this tank, it's got that Bofors. I just love it. 250mm of penetration and 50 alpha per shot. The rate of fire is wonderful. The accuracy could use a bit of a buff in my opinion. But the reload, I believe the reload is less than 10 seconds for a clip of 20 rounds, I think. I think it's 20 rounds. Yeah, I just love it. I absolutely love it. Guesswork there trying to thread an ATGM through the arch of the viaduct there. But naturally, as this game goes, you'll be tracking someone the second you pull the trigger, like playing artillery. You'll be tracking them leading the shot. As soon as you pull the trigger, they stop driving. Oh, the things that we have to deal with in this game. Oh, well, it is what it is. Now, this is a bit of an older recording, because you can tell by the fact that there is no health bar underneath the teams across the top there. So this is pre the new season that we've got going now. But this is still, I want to say, this is a win. We can't see the we can't see the hit points, but this is a win. 10 versus 6, 9 versus 6. At this point, you can still feel fairly confident this is a win, regardless of whether or not you can see the hit points of each team. Now, I do have some bad luck here. We back up slightly, too far. We empty the clip into the side of the 6B. Switch to ATGM. And we shoot the viaduct support. Oh dear. Some days it just doesn't work out, does it? Oh boy. Second shot here goes out, and the target dies before the ATGM arrives. Oh dear. That's 2 ATGMs and absolutely nothing to show for it. However, you may have noticed that was a Challenger 2 being driven by a fellow clanmate. That's Mike over there. And Mike is very kind to us. He shows us his good side. He's you know, leaning over his shoulder saying, do you like my... does my bum look big in this? Nice. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Very, very nice. Shots into your rear. And we're now pushing up to the top of the hill here to try and mop up the remaining 3 tanks on their team. So they've got a 477, a Challenger 2, and I haven't seen what the remaining light tank is yet. So it may be that Marder still. I don't know. But we'll see. We spot Mike again, who's taking the high ground at the back. He peeks it, backs up, but then peeks it again and doesn't back up for the ATGM. Oh well, you know, it is what it is. So now we're on 10,000 combined. This is a very, very good game for the Stridsfordon. Very, very nice result. Trying to get round behind the 477, aiming the shot straight into the rear. And I mean, I just love this gun. Absolutely love this gun. Not wasting an ATGM at that range. Mike is now surrounded by my team. 477 is almost dead. Mike's got 840 hit points. We had 840 hit points, and that takes me over the 10,000 damage marker. 477 here. Teammate blocks my shots, and I still fight. I don't know why I'm still fighting. I don't know why I did that. Probably out of frustration slightly. But hey, I could have farmed more damage on the 477 there. 477 is basically dead. And it's game over. So there we go. That was a 10,000 damage game in a tank that is very unique. This is the only Era 3 independent premium light tank. It's a very unique vehicle at the moment. And you don't see too many of them out there. MVP, 2 kills, 10,723 damage. Superb result for the Stridsfordon, which I have now 2 marked. I'd like to 3 mark this, but I don't know if I'm consistent enough. I love this vehicle. I love the way it plays. It's just great. I love it. Alright guys, that's all I've got for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave it a like, if not a dislike. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one.